A brand new video on Mass Effect Andromeda. This will be my first video on it, and please tell me how it goes because I recently got my Turian Havoc Trooper to level 20, and I figured I'd start up a series, and every time I get someone to level 20, I'll make a video on him and say how I like it and how it really runs and what I found best to work with it. So, to get started, I maxed out Incinerate since I figured that this one, in my opinion, does the most damage when it comes to. I mean, it is pretty much the main skill for your character. So obviously you have the 3 stats here, and then not very often will you get 2 guys standing 2 meter in a 2 meter radius all the time. So I just figured it'd probably be more useful having damage over time and duration. I went for anti-armor on this one instead of impact, which just does initial damage, but I'd rather would have anti-armor, so when you're running higher, the higher waves, you're always going to be running into more guys with armor instead of people that are just regular guys. And then for the next one, I did the launches 2 projectiles. I haven't tried this one out yet. I just got him to level 20. Hardly tried him, but the reason why I think that I'd rather have 2 projectiles instead of the detonator is because this trigger, it's a trigger combo detonations, and I don't know really how useful that would be unless you're playing with someone else and you guys are able to time it on the same guy perfectly. I'm pretty sure that you can't do much with that, and if you're trying to solo on bronze or on silver. I don't really solo, but you know, the team doesn't always work together on the same guy unless it's like a big boss. So plus when you're playing without friends, which I haven't played with friends on this game yet, you don't really stay together as a team. Well, it's just kind of hard to stick together since you guys don't know what the plan is. Next is Turbocharge. I love Turbocharge, especially with assault rifles. It works good with the Sidewalker and alright with some other stuff. So obviously you have the first 3 ranks, and then you go into the duration or recharge speed, which if you have, pretty much how I see this one is if you have a high power recharge speed, or well, if you have high weight, then you want to go ahead and do the recharge speed. But if you have a low weight, you can go ahead and do the duration so it lasts a little longer. So that's how I saw that. The next thing is going to be gun accuracy and gun stability. If you don't have mods that will stabilize your gun, then you should probably go for this. But you know, eventually you'll get the mods that can stabilize the gun for you, and really with the Turian Havoc Trooper, you're going to be right in their face anyways, because that's the point of the Turian Havoc Trooper. So I'm going to end up going for the damage. Then after this you can get Supercharge or Dump Heat, which is 80% clip size or 20% rate of fire bonus and 20% clip size bonus. So on this one's pretty much up to you, depending on what you feel like would work best for you. If you would rather have faster rate of fire, go for it, but I'm probably going to end up going for the clip size, since I'd prefer to have my whole duration go towards me shooting the gun instead of me reloading like 75% through it and then wasting almost all the rest of the time and only be able to shoot a little bit longer. So that's really how I see the clip size bonus being more effective, even though you do get 20% more here. I guess if you're running a magazine, you can go ahead and do this so that you'll have the rate of fire bonus. So if you are going to be running a magazine, you can go ahead and do this, but otherwise I'd say that it's probably useless. So for the next thing we have Flack Cannon. For this one I did the area damage and area force. If you guys don't know already, you already have 3 Flack cannons, and it does run out fast if you just like waste them on like a couple of guys. but you're always going to be refilling your gun anyways because of the turbocharge and stuff, and you'll be running out of ammo depending on what gun you're using very quickly because there's just so many guys, and you obviously just have to, you're constantly shooting your guns, so you're going to be going and getting your power cells all the time anyways, so it's pretty much just more worth it going for damage and force. For the next thing, I'd probably do anti-armor again, just because it's so much more worth it being able to just, because Flack Cannon, if you guys have used it, it's not really that effective towards armor at its regular state, so I would go towards armor. And then for the next thing, there's Shredder and Flack. This one does more for the little explosions, the after explosions. If you guys are watching the video, when he shoots it, you'll see all those little explosions. So this adds more damage to that. Or no, actually, I think that adds more, not damage, I'm sorry, that adds more explosions to it. Or you can do more damage per second, and it lasts a little longer. I'd probably do the more, explosions, since the guys always like to, when you shoot at them, they kind of sometimes can still continue walking. Like the armored guys, they can continue walking, and so if it does it faster, or if it has more at one time, then it'd probably just be more worth it. But I don't know. This one's really up to you. Either way, actually, let me just think about this one really quickly. I haven't really looked at the last one here on this one. Actually, this would take longer to hit the guy, so I would probably go with this one, since it adds more damage per second, and it actually continues to last a little longer. If you do the Flack, then it will last longer without damage, but you'd have more explosions. So I'm gonna go with the Shredder for this one. So that's just how I planned out my. I didn't really plan out this Flack one. I don't really use Flack very much because it's kind of a weird one to me. It doesn't work that great, in my opinion. I'm guessing once I get it maxed out, it'll work better. But for that, that's what I'll do. I'll do rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, obviously, and then I'll do rank 4A, which would be the top choice, and that's the damage. Then I'll do rank 5A, which is anti-armor, and then I'll do rank 6B, which is the Shredder. And I'll put everything that I use in the description and how I'm going to set it up. And when I get everything set up, I'll definitely make an update video on it. So, for the next thing, I'm going to do, I obviously did this. So, for this I did weapon damage. I don't know why I did weapon damage. Why did I do weapon damage there? I don't know. This is like the first thing I did when I first got the game, so I wasn't really paying attention on what the things were. So for this one, definitely do the power damage and the power cell capacity, because it just seems like it'd be way more worth it. For this, you have gun damage boost and melee damage boost, and each buff duration is 3 seconds. Or you can do reload speed, weapon clip, and weapon spare ammo. And again, this one's totally up to you guys, because it depends all on what guns you're using. For me, I figure that the gun damage boost works better, since I already have my gun that I use already has such a big clip. It has 60 bullets stock, plus if I run the turbocharge, it goes up to 72, I believe, and it will even increase once I get some of this. I'm pretty sure. What is it? If I choose, yeah. So either way, this turbocharge will increase the amount I have. So for this, really just choose whatever it would work best for your loadout, instead of what will work best for me. But personally, for me, I went for the gun damage boost and the melee damage boost. This would probably work better for me if I was running what's it called? Here, let me look. if we go into the assault rifles, if I was running the Thorkin or the Thokin, it would work way better for the Thokin since the Thorkin has such low amount of ammo. It's like 24 size clip. Here I can look right now. Thokin has 24 size clip, I believe. Let's look. 26. And a 160 size mag. So it's kind of useless in that sense. Or not mag, your carry ammo. Sorry, not mag. So 26 size mag, and then ammo that you carry is 160. It is more accurate and it weighs less though, so definitely a good gun to run if you're going for super lightweight. But I'm already -9 only. I was running the Thokin at one point and it worked really well. I just prefer guns like the Revenant that I like the Revenant that has just more ammo. It does take a little more, obviously it takes longer to kill enemies since you have more ammo, but it's still pretty fun. Actually, this has a higher rate of fire, so you're going to be wasting more ammo plus less damage. Well, actually that's not true because I have a mag on this one too. If I put my barrel on it, then I'll probably have higher damage. Yeah, so I'll have 1 more damage if I put my barrel on it. So it's really up to you on that, the last slot, or is it this slot? I'm sorry, this slot. It's really up to you. Next slot is sustained fire or precision. This is a defense debuff per shot 2% and max defense debuff 24%, or 20% weapon headshot / weak point bonus, accuracy, stability, and shotgun. So if you're using shotgun, definitely go for this one. I'll probably go for this one just because of the Revenant. It's not the most stable and accurate gun. I know I was talking about the other stat, but for this one it's 25% and it's not going to affect my my stuff. I'm talking about the Turbocharge. It's not going to affect this. So this has 40%, but it's not like you're constantly using Turbocharge. Unless I only use Turbocharge really on the bigger guys and like gold health bar guys, elites. I don't know what they're exactly called. So next thing we have is aerial assault. I went for health and shield for this instead of hover. It's not really worth having a hover duration. It's not like you're going to be in the air for 10 years. It would be nice to have the weapon accuracy while airborne, but you're more on the ground more than you are in the air, so it's probably way more worth having max health and shield. Next is aerial evasion or dive bomb. This adds resistance while airborne and evading. I evade a lot. I'm always just flying on the ground because to get out of fire. So I'm definitely going to be running aerial evasion instead of dive bomb, which adds melee damage and jump melee. If you're going to be doing, if you do a lot of melee and stuff like that, then totally go ahead and do this. This is your best bet if you're doing a lot of melee. But other than that, definitely go for the aerial evasion for rank 5. Rank 6, we have aerial engagement and close quarters momentum. I'm probably going to do the, here let me look here, melee bonus per hit. So again, I'm definitely going to do this actually because it gives me more health and shield, which will allow me to do a lot better in golds, because golds, this character can't really get the damage out with at least with the guns that I have at my disposal. So it's always nice to have more health because you're gonna have to be shooting a lot more. So go ahead and do, in my opinion, definitely do the max shield and max health. But again, if you're not really that accurate and you decided to go with the, what is it, this one? If you didn't go with this one, you went with sustained fire instead, which I don't know why. If you want to do that, you can go for it. Then you could definitely go for this one. Or sorry, yeah, this one right here, since you get the more accuracy. But for this one, I'll do close quarters momentum for sure. And okay, just making sure we're still recording. So No, I'm not going to reset my level. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do my level 20 Turian Soldier. I'll do a quick match of probably some silver gameplay here just to show you what it's like. If I can get anybody. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let alone, because I really couldn't find much content, but I really figured out that not many people are doing videos on Mass Effect's multiplayer and how the characters work. Here, let me go back to the team here. So I might do a multiplayer guide if you guys want me to, but really these videos are for the people that don't have much time to do to learn about the game and really like to play the multiplayer, because obviously if you're new to the game, it's definitely gonna be rough. I played Mass Effect a lot on the Xbox. This is for, I'm playing on PC, but it doesn't matter. It'll still, either way. So as you can tell, I am still doing a good amount of damage. And I'll definitely make an update video once I get everything. And if I find, and if they update the game and change any of the stats, then I'll also make an update about that. I'll try to keep my videos updated as much as possible for you guys, so that you guys can know exactly what to do for your characters. I'm not saying this is what you should do, what I'm gonna do, but I try to make sure that I explain it. I'm gonna try to make sure I explain the possibilities and what to do if you have a different scenario. So, as you can tell, I don't really run out of ammo that fast, as I ran out of ammo, but I have 60. So let me just so I'm trying to get two characters closer together. So here's the flat cannon. As you can tell, those. Here, let me do another one. It does do a lot of damage if they stay inside of it, but the armor people, they keep running through it no matter what. And another reason why I say armor would work best for flat cannons, because when you're going up against the Revenant, the guys that fly, I'm sorry, I can't remember what they're called. I'm really bad at remembering the names of the enemies. And the guys with the shields that fly, they, for some reason, their armor just does not take damage sometimes, and it's ridiculous. If that'll hit. As you can see, you saw one of the Incinerate flames just go over to the right, a separate way of the. It doesn't target on the same guy, so if you figured that it targeted on the same guy, it doesn't target on the same person. So here's the Turbocharge. It just shreds through stuff if you turbocharge. Now I am running Revenant 1, and I do have, I don't know what exactly, so I don't know exactly what, I got the Turian Havoc Trooper 3 times in my chests, or my crates that I opened, and so that's why I kind of figured out. I don't know exactly what happens when you get a tier 3, because it does unlock the color type 3. If you're wondering how you did that, it's by, I don't know, you might, I don't know, I haven't checked to see if I made the Turian level 20 if I unlocked the patterns or anything, but I know for being Turian Havoc 3, I got the 3rd color type wheel, whatever you want to call it. And that's why I have a different part of my character's black. But Turian Havoc is a great starting gold if this is like one of the first golds you get. It's not a rare class. Like, it is a rare gold. Obviously gold is rare. But it's not really, like, it's a class that always comes in the premium packs. I don't know why, but they just made it a really common character to get. I've seen a lot of people play it. I've only seen 1 or 2 people that actually had it maxed out. So here's a Berserker. See, this is a silver Berserker, and even with the Revenant, which a lot of people don't like the Revenant, I love the Revenant. One of my favorite guns. I've been using it ever since I got it. It was the first rare gun I got, and I've been using it ever since. I will try the other guns. I do try the other guns I get, but I haven't got any N7 weapons. I only have one N7 character, and that's why I kind of figured this would be a good series, because a lot of people I think have the trouble of getting N7 characters. Like the Asari Duelist, really good character. I've seen on YouTube. That's about it. So as you guys can really tell, this character, if you do the stats for what you like, and you're running assault rifle. If you're running assault rifles like the Revenant with a high clip and medium fire rate, definitely kind of go with what I have. But if you have a heavy loadout, do the other selections. I'll do in the comments. I'll put what you should do per thing. So if you have a heavy loadout, I'll make that. But I think I'm gonna cut the video here. I should probably get with my team and start hacking the thing. Oh, it's already late. But so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.